Hello and welcome. This is your dearest koi fish for Clash of Interest, and today I bring you another playthrough of Night of the Full Moon. Last time we took on the Magician class and unfortunately failed, trying to beat the Mystery Man. But I just realized that I could just reload the save file and fight another boss, so I did that off screen, fought the priest again. Yeah, nothing really special to say, though indeed I was able to FTK the priest alone, so that's a nice achievement that I don't have to cross out at later points. But now we are finally arrived at one of my favorite characters, the Apothecary. And she's really cool. Unfortunately, I cannot use a certain equipment that she would have, because there is this cool diary mode that we will be playing someday. And when you play this, wait, hold on a second, I can just show you. Here too we have the Apothecary, and if you would play this, you have a choice of one of three special equipments, and one of them has a really cool synergy that, you know, Apothecaries like they throw potions around or whatever, at least in games they do, and have special debuffs and whatever. But there is a blender as an equipment card that just starts combining all your potions into one and only potion. So every time you throw another one, it just gets fusioned with the rest and increases its power even more. So unfortunately I haven't that unlocked, so we'll be playing her in vanilla version. But yeah, so guys, join me, go grab a coffee, take a sip, and let's get right into it. Oh, no, wait, hold up. We have forgotten something. Uh, Little Red Riding Hood has been filled with curiosity for the natural world ever since childhood, and enjoys performing strange experiments to care for her aging grandma. She secretly learned how to concoct cheap potions from the crazy apothecary. So that was an opponent that we saw just once, I believe, during the playthrough until now. And he too has a special version of throwing around potions. And so we just learned that, and this is our basic deck. We have two potions, a fire one and a shadow potion. The shadow potion will be cool and for the first time showing us the depth of this world, because what is weird actually about this lore-wise is that we encountered an opponent called Death. So I don't know how these two, if the Grim Reaper and Death itself, are two separate entities in this game, but oh well. But the cool thing is it drains like the opponent's maximum HP, and so you like, even if you wouldn't deal damage, you just slow down or like let the cap crash downwards and just kill him that way. Then the concoction. This is a fun card. Just get any random card that she can have. So yeah, but it's not that great actually. So me might even. It's fun to use, but we're probably going to this to banish this. Also, just some mana cards to have ammo for our potions, and these basic attacks are just again potions that she's concocting. The usual irrelevant thing. Then we have the recipe as the equipped, as our first equipment. At the start of the turn, exile this card, draw one card, gain 3 mana. So this, why even banish this? Only if you really had other better equipments around that we need to have in this equipment slot. But in any other case, this draws you one card, and well, 3 mana. That's 3 potions you can throw. All the usual potions cost just 1, so it's pretty fine. Her class skill, probably, or in my opinion, the best. It's a free banish. You can just take away a card. Boom. And we're gone. And in 6 combat, we do that again. And we even get... yeah, Mandagora is really bad, to be honest. Just exiling takes away... There are some builds in which you use a certain card that every time you exile cards, it deals another amount of piercing damage. So Mandagora has a good synergy with that. But I'm not trying to go for that. Also, Poison Suffering, we'll get just an equipment slot for the future. By the way, there is an achievement for going through all these 3 chapters and just getting every single card we have or we get. And we could do this since her skill helps us out just by banishing things. Shall we go for this? Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to go for that skill, except if it becomes too bad. Also, here we see the sticky potion, and this has increases or shows us another special blessing, or more so a side effect, which gives stuck. Stuck is the chance that your opponent's card gets negated, and then again it's lowered by 2. So if you have enough of these, but the problematic thing is that however, it doesn't matter how much stuck you put on your opponent, it's never gonna be 100% negate. So maybe 25. I haven't really read through the percentages, but it's not enough. Also, spare pocket. This is an epic card, and also lightning link. Lightning link gives you 2 1-mana cost cards, and most of the Apothecary's good cards are gonna be 1 cards, especially potions. And so, yeah.
No.
Let's fight some.
You can't. Another full
So
moon.
I said I'm gonna try to get every single box and leave nothing behind, but I cannot guarantee that I keep these up for 3 chapters.
I'm worried about you.
I'm pretty sure that if you just ignore him,
You're welcome.
that's a sad option.
I'm very happy.
That's not. We won't get anything. And again, maybe this time we can beat the mystery man. Never know. And so I still need to have 4 and 4 of each courage and reputation. Again, we have the wisdom. The draw 1 card isn't bad. Getting some health. I'd rather nothing. Get nothing of those.
It's late. Where are you going?
So actually, the idea that I wanted to go for. Let's see. Can we have? Yeah, we have last one. The build I wanted to go for this time is exactly with cocktails and, well, rot isn't, yeah, it's not really good. Also, here you see recycle. It's a new thing for the Apothecary. You can activate this card, you exile it, and then you get a temporary copy of this card. So whenever you activate, exile won't, or the recycle won't trigger again, but it's just 2 times the thing. And the good thing about that is you can simply like reuse and wait with your stuff. So imagine, what did it do? I think for 2 mana you do 3 piercing damage, but instead of doing that, it, in a sense, it doesn't do 4 mana for 6 piercing damage, but you can do that twice. So you can split your mana in multiple portions. I'm gonna ask him, just again ignoring him, probably give us nothing.
Could it be?
So we'll rather get the courage. And the build I want to go for is actually with side effects. Focused. So you have a bunch of different potions that gives side effect. There is burned, chilled, and stuck, I believe. Maybe, now poison isn't about, it's not given by a potion, but is also counted as a side effect. And there is a handy action card which just increases all side effects by an amount equal to different side effects that your opponents have. So if your opponent has 2 burned and 2 chilled, that card increases the burned by 2 and the chilled by 2. If we had burned, chilled, stuck, everything of 2, then we do increase all 3 by 3. Also, cocktail, just like the spare potion, activates just once every potion we have in our deck. Or I believe every different type of potion we have in our deck. So probably counts just the strongest, but I'm not perfectly sure on that. That's not a KO, unfortunately. So usually when you draw spare pocket and cocktail, that's an complete destruction. And there you go. Also, this is fine with lightning. This goes really good with a build with the battery that we saw before, an equipment that after every card you use does just 1 lightning damage. But cards like that increase their own damage by a bunch. Do I want to just give it up right now and just not take this? You know what? Yeah. Never mind about the achievement. I'm gonna get it another time. I'm not gonna put basic garbage attack cards into it. So let's get random card. Shadow Refine just gives us 2 more shadow potions.
What we are experiencing is not a dream.
It isn't. Oh, didn't you want to talk to me? What?
Want to buy?
He just didn't want to talk to me. Oh man,
People
That's
set
sad.
to guard this field.
I wanted to get some money from him actually. And Chop 3 Effective Brewing. Effective Brewing, that's why I called last time the Pyro skill that's written weirdly on the Witch's cards. The Potency. That was the old name for Effective. And the simple thing about that is that every potion you did, or you have, does a certain amount of damage, and the only thing that changes is that instead of being, for example, 2 fire damage and burnt 1, I believe it becomes like a star 2. Or this becomes a 3 and drain 3, I believe. So just like you upgrade your card for this one single level. And there's also like a bunch of special builds you can do with that. So I do really like the Apothecary class just because you can grind out all different types of builds and you have so much freedom with what you can build. So now we can get rid of... take the physical attack. Actually, the cool thing is it doesn't just give you 5 coins for every card, but it scales with how strong they are. Fortunately. Imagine if you would get just 5 coins for everything. But the truth is that most things you... Oh wait, did he get our cards? No, that was the... No, we just get one random card every turn. Okay. So most probably you are just getting rid of 5 coin cards because that's the garbage that you have in your deck. And I shouldn't have used it. Oh well. Do we get... Oh, also her Refined Skill, draw 2 cards. Double effect of spell cards you draw. That's okay. There are some cards that actually do exactly the same. Let's cocktail. Is this gonna be enough? No, but close. So the thing that you're gonna see is that by using... Oh, we didn't... That was really not enough? Oh, come on. By using Shadow Potions, it drains your opponent's max health, and so this red bar you'll see flickering left and right, just somewhat randomly actually, or it looks like pretty random, as if it were random, but obviously it isn't. I'd actually... Do I want to upgrade? The thing is, you really want to upgrade these, but getting an action would be important, since we want to use Cocktail and also the potency increase. But maybe I think I'll take the enhance for now. Just so we can... Yeah, this becomes a 3 and then I think a 5. But since the Shadow Potions does a little bit more damage but doesn't give you any side effect to your opponent, I'd rather upgrade the Fire Potion. Oh, there you go. We take both. What's in here? We'll get another cocktail, but I'd rather look what else we have. 5 more mana cards from our deck, so we could build a better chain with it. Since we're gonna get rid of this. Yeah, no. It would be cool, but not really useful. Also, this is just like the mana cards, just you can use it once or technically twice. So you'll increase your mana by 6 with this card, but only once. And the good thing that it's exiled, that's actually a good thing, believe it or not. Since the idea behind that is that with the Cauldron, which was the card that I told you about before, that every time you exile cards, you will gain some amount of addition to your damage output by giving extra piercing damage to your opponent. And that will actually trigger twice, since Recycle gives you just a copy of it. And yeah, let's use Rot. Actually, we could have drawn the extra 2 cards. The problem with our deck is now we have still a bunch of basic attacks which do really nothing in our deck. So until we can banish all of those, we're gonna take way too long. But my guess would be around chapter 3 we should be able to have gotten rid of that. Also, if you build your deck around only what are they called? If you build around Shadow Potion only, and do not do any normal damage, you can play around your opponent's healing. Since they are always at full health, it is impossible for them to get above it. So all the heal becomes basically useless. And every card that they use that only heals is kind of like a negate in a sense. Should have used this one. And if I use this, the next card they will use... Oh, never mind. Never mind, she will stay with 1 life. And also, you see, she healed. But, not a problem. Actually, this took quite long. So, the problem is, she's really unfit to be a class about one hits killing your opponent, or in 1 turn, FTK. That's quite an impossibility. So I should get this one, since it's already fully upgraded. And I'd actually like to get that. Look at the smithy. Let's upgrade. Actually, oh, let's upgrade the shadow potion. So we are, yeah, having 2 fully upgraded shadow potions isn't bad. What's in this shop? Oh, shadow refine. Shadow refine 3 actually is even better with that. Ooh, should I get that or should I get the lightning link? Lightning link, I mean, does kind of a similar thing. Just that spare pockets later in a game becomes way stronger if you can activate more potions. But I think I'll leave these behind for now, and we'll rather get the lightning. So that's the first time we just bought everything out of a shop. It auto closes, fortunately. So Squirrel Bank, we do not care about you. Smithy, we are going to get the last upgrade on this potion. Let's look at the chest. And no, I don't want you. Oh, a friend's the cowardly guy. We haven't played him recently. Shall we get engaged? Some mana. Equipment deals 1 damage. Yeah, that's actually also for the cauldron build of banishing cards, but we don't care about that now. So I'd rather have some more of this instead of the 1 negate by the eagle eye. Eye of the eagle. I really need more mana cards. This is the only card I have for it. Well, not the only card I have, but the only like relevant version. Now the second skill we got is quick acting potion. That's also a blessing that you can have every game or every boss, one of these. You can just choose about 30 health or like healing 30, getting 20 mana for your place, or 3 action. In most cases I've actually always used the action part, because if you are filled with a bunch of potencies or cocktails, you can always just dump them out. So, again, the smithy I've already used. Church Doctor is fine. I don't know if we have already played him in this game. Thing about him is the skill. We cannot use 2 types of cards, or the same type of card one after another. So if I activate Activate, which is a spell, I cannot activate any more spells until I use another card. So now I use an extra card, and now I can use one other card. And we'll go for Fire Potion. So if you have the choice between 2 different cards, you'd probably go for the side effect rather than something else. Just because not doing that would... So in a sense, mathematically, if you increase the burn, it does stacks more damage on top. Since like both times that have to trigger for the fire damage will trigger at higher levels instead of having just a flat out damage. And also possibly netting you a 3rd activation of burned. And this is not. Should have maybe decoction used the decoction first, just to see if I maybe get a healing card off. So let's see, decreased XP, it's not a problem. Play with fire, just you draws you a card but costs 3 and also gives you the what's it called, another fire potion. This the occult device, give maximum health for every 4 damage you deal. Yeah. Again, there are some death cards in this, which go off you having not full health and just re-healing some. Look, it is 60. You see that? Every time I use that thing about like turning page, it always comes out as just nothing. It's just the same as if you just close it down. or just seldomly it really shuffles the pages around that you do not have to see the same cards, but most of the time it's not going to happen. And one more use of the card will KO this opponent. Can we heal somehow? Maybe? No. Let's go.
I admire her.
Yes, yes,
for
yes.
her bravery in
Didn't we talk
risking
last time?
everything for love.
Let's
Although
ask
no
about
one
that.
understands their love, I'm jealous of them.
Okay. So how much courage and thing do we have? Probably 1 courage, right? 2 courage and 3 reputation, so we're already close. Stop turn with 8 maximum health draw a card. This is really bad. You get the weapon slot on monster equipped on Dirk. Yeah, no. It's actually sad. I would have liked that, but getting a Dirk means like they do some little bit damage more. Not really, not much, but still, it adds up over time. Double the effect of each potion in your hand or your deck. That's okay-ish, but I'd rather not right now. Next apple gives us some health. Let's see, can we beat this guy for once? Just for once. We have 2 more potions in our deck. Wow, first time we could FTK him.
Abundant treasures are there for me. It is
So let's get rid of 1 more basic attack. How much do we have now? We have 2 more to banish and 1 mana card to banish. Again, Chemical Rage, you get the effect of brewing it. It's really useless for now when you activate it. Get a random card. Nah, this little bit of an extra mana would be okay-ish. Yeah, I'll think about the Chemical Rage. Although,
even if it's bad.
yeah, I'll just get rid of the Smithy for now. We have another one in chapter 3. So there I might upgrade the health giving thing. The cure. Let's use this one. And it's already close. Very close. No, if she activates 2 cards, that will be enough. And that will be enough. There you go.
I can see the future, but I cannot change it.
Aye. What's the most courageous thing to do? Let's just look at it. Reputation, okay. Why not courage? Maybe it's scary what's in there. Oh, this is the last potion, I believe. No, there's 1 chill potion that we do not have yet. And also, I just took it because it's level 3. If it wasn't level 3, I wouldn't have taken it. This gets another random card. Just does twice what we already have in deck, which we will get away with, or which we'll get rid of later on.
Don't go any further.
So, you are the guy that just takes the stuff out of my hand at the end of turn. So, I will Thunderstorm again, use all the potions from deck. That's the cool thing, they aren't in the deck anymore for the turn, so you can just, in a sense, all those, I'll give you the 1 damage, rather than the mana. I'll take the mana myself. So technically, these are like garnets. They're cards that you don't necessarily want to draw, all these potions.
If you must
Especially when you just like fill your deck with them. And so getting them rid of your deck just makes you able to draw all the good stuff that is in there. So let's draw a bunch of cards. And well, if you have Lightning Link, that isn't bad, obviously. Just getting them on. Discard 1 card. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah. So now I'm. Does this? I'm not really asking myself what's going on with the cocktail because it comes back. Usually that doesn't have recycle. Did I get the blessing? There's a blessing that always gives you the first action card you play in a turn is just copied to your hand again. So I don't know what happened here. Same name but different. Okay. Well. Oh, okay. So this is basically the card that we would shuffle in our deck, and I'd rather take this and the last potion we need. That's great. The thing is, actually, we have 19 cards in our deck, so That's just the bad thing about it, having all these potions. Maybe I'll get rid of the second shadow potion if necessary. But for now we'll just end 3 turns, one after another. Actually, oh, I think this is actually the best card for it. Yes, because that triggers. That actually triggers. So we can have like 3 temporary armor. And maybe we can actually even heal with something. Can we heal? That should activate 1 freezing potion or 1 shield. Yes, it does. Then activate a second one. Maybe even a negate, just if it would work. So I forgot actually that 1 action card that doubles the potency of all our potions in deck and hand. That would actually have been a good card. I thought it was only for the turn you activated it, and not just permanently. But it seems it's permanent. So yeah. And also about the lightning potion, it just... Oh, I believe I can even kill him, actually, now that I think about it. If I have enough... If I can bring his upper limit of life, of HP down enough, then I think I can even kill him. As much as I'd like to know what the other options are, I'd rather have the courage, so I don't have to worry about it too much in chapter 3. I believe we have 4 and 4 now. Please look it. Yeah, 4. And you get some more money, that's 4 too. Okay, nice. Prison, no. But actually, that was kind of the idea. Human, you know what's... Oh, it was that way. Okay, never mind. Failed a little bit with that. But human, can you imagine how it is to be on a chopping block? As I was saying, the lightning potion has recycle on it. So if you increase the potency or like the effectiveness of that card by doubling it and not by using the brewing, which was exiled, so never mind. So if you don't use that, the good thing actually about it is that increasing not only the exile effect or the normal damaging effect is increased, but also you can increase its recycle effect, so you get 2 potions back.
These potions will change
And
your
having,
hands.
imagine if you had the brewing thing that just fusions them all together, and you end with one of those. You do a bunch of damage, and it's recycled multiple times. So it's really not bad.
I only
so
the highest quality goods.
the card costs double effect becomes 0. No, that it wasn't this card. No intersection. I will not take you. Just heal the second time. Let's look at this chest. That's a negate. Fine, but not what I wanted. Get 4 health from full health, doesn't matter. We got a feather. That might actually... you know what? I'll just get rid of this slot. Why not? Just so we keep our max health. And Whirling. Yeah, that's a KK card. Draw 1, 2, and 3 costs. But usually you need to have those cards. And we only have 1 card. That costs 1 at least. So I mean, this tutors out a potion or like a 1 cost anyways, so it's not a minus, you just use 1 mana. But shall we find a good level 2 or 3, like for example Shadow Refine or Thunder Shower later on, then we might even have to go plus with it. Oh, this time we can fight the Mimic.
It's your call.
Last time, as for the very attentive viewers under you, I was at the boss fighting, and I left this out because it was the last opponent to fight, and I really didn't have any... I wouldn't have gotten any positive by fighting it, so I just left it on the side, without even closing it down with the X button. But now this time at least we can wipe the floor with it. Let's go with effective proof. I think it should affect the cocktail too. I believe. So okay, and I'm pretty sure that on this cocktail should be written that it is a recycle card, which, as I remember, wasn't. But never mind. That's actually an okay card equipping it, but yeah, transfer from 1 mana card into cocktails. That's fine, but yeah, not exactly what I want. So let's see what we get. Shadow Refine. We could upgrade that later, just so we have it at 3, and Swirling can just search it. But also I'd like to get rid of this mana for a better mana card. Wow. Now if we are lucky, we can go Arcane Prophecy into Wisdom to draw 1 more card. if we are lucky
I
enough
often leave
to
it.
even be able to do
It
that.
is.
I
my
believe
potions have special
I already
effects.
took some, the free at least, the freebie. So I might get even one more just because.
warm
Again,
tea.
on the next
What
chapter
you
it resets,
smell like
as it
blood.
does always. But yeah. So let's get 2 cards. Let's get the effective. Yes, I'll rather just open these up before that. Draw 1 more card, get even a fire potion, and I could use the spare pocket for 3 potions, but I believe I can just take it and keep it later on. So we can, and hopefully, since now we have more potions in the deck by having used up the Shadow Refine, the spare pocket should be able to throw more. Just a little bit of maths to add. Should have actually used the cure now that I think about it. You see we draw 3, so now we got spare pocket. There you go, bunch of damage. Let's go cocktail again, just because we can. And now actually should have used the cure, but fortunately on the main screen we have the other thing, the 1 spring to heal us fully. Also the blood bottle. I believe I mentioned last game about the blood drinker. That's a fine card. It absorbs a little bit of health. Just, but since I'm not going for this kind of run, well, in a sense I could just do this already. Not thinking about it, since usually I wanted to go for the side effect build, but I don't even have gotten that, and so at this point I'm not even like too much into the shadow potions so I could still transpose into that build by getting a blood bottle. But I think I won't do that for now, just because when you use it you don't get any advantages, just shuffled into the deck and they stay there doing nothing. And 1 mana for like 2 damage I believe is not really the best. This is just a Eye of the Eagle times 3. Getting 20% life is actually good with the build by increasing your max health. At the start of a combat, gain effective times 1. So this is probably the best thing. Well, in a certain sense I could just go contract with life, since we are fighting. And this is the mystery man, or trying at least. But since the strong combination only gives us effective 1 and only once for the whole game, I'd rather go for the contract. Here we don't care about any of those things. Shop. Energy metal is cool, draws you a card. And well, as you can see, it gives you 1 mana for every spell card you use. So basically, these things all become for free. And the only card that now would pay us something is Shadow Refine. But once you've used it, it's already gone, already for free. And also we have Enchant, so I'd probably buy that later, just because it draws you 2 cards and costs nothing really. Let's go cocktail, let's go cocktail again. And this is, I believe, like we have had it only 2 times that somebody was really had a strong, or wasn't, or had in the sense like Pokemon a resistance against anything. Last time with Pyro, but only once I believe. And yeah, usually it isn't big of a deal. But I think since the lightning, the thunderstorm potion, this always deals 1 damage. Even if you upgrade it and increase its potency, what's increased is the amount of times that it deals 1 damage. And since it's halved by his grounding effect, should I keep grind? That's probably, usually it's a good card in the sense that you draw 2. It's always a good card, but I don't have that much spare mana.
Don't miss it.
I might even get the other cocktail later on. And since the grounding halves the damage, and in this case I believe it's rounded down, you'll end up at the points in which you'd think that it would do just 1 damage a bunch of times, but doesn't. You just do 0 damage every time. And so you can, if you build your deck around that, everything's gonna do. The battery that would do 1 damage every time you use a card, or 1 lightning damage specifically every time you use a card, doesn't do that. And you can run into the trap that he becomes basically immune against you. But that's not gonna happen anyways. No, not necessarily like or not specifically every time, but sometimes it's sad to feel that. Let's see. Choose one card from 3 random cards you own. Shuffle to opposite. Let's get more damage. He has 110 health. You know what? Let's get the effective. So this will take a bit, his fight. Again, he's gonna revive 2 times. Maybe this time I can maths a little bit better. Wow. You know what? I'll just use the cocktail so I don't waste my turn with doing 0 damage. And so he does take another little bit of things. So all the side effects are gonna add up over time. So he's really going into this penance. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Okay, with 14 we go 6 and we go 8 exactly. Do we take damage? I don't know why you take 2 damage. Probably with this. No, this is already calculated into it. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. He's really messing with us. Also here you see like we are under half health, but we're just like 20 damage off our max health, not 60, 70. Now probably just with 5, should be exact. It is. And there we go. We took quite many turns actually for that. And I'd probably be using this only once. And do I even want to banish something? No, actually this deck looks fine. Maybe I'd rather get rid of the decoction and do anything else with it as a 1 mana card slot. But yeah, and even maybe actually find a 3 mana card just so our whirling is even more effective. And we got that, and this is even nice.
I love this forest, not the village.
This guy's going for Halloween this time. I think we have. Did I say we have both things? Yeah. I'm just gonna with plus. I don't want to risk having it the last time, not getting any plus points or not being able to fight the mystery man again. I really want to get my revenge on him, on her. What is she actually? Is she like possessed by the werewolf? Is she the werewolf? I don't know, man. This is questionable. Oh, and also this thing. We had the one opponent that's every damage you do is just as 1, and this guy just shields from everything that is more than 8. But not the shield in the sense that it's completely at 0. It just doesn't do extra or more than 8. So let's just use all these cards. I should have gotten the random card earlier. And do we get a heal card? We do. Oh, that was my fault. Oops. But if he activates one more card, he's dead. There we go. And we level up. Should we get another action? What can we upgrade? We could upgrade the Shadow Refine just so the 2 potions it gets are also like level 3 Shadow Potions. On the other hand, I could get another action since... How many do we have? No, we can for now actually use only 3 since Cocktail has now this weird recycle effect. And having just 3 would be enough, but... we have one Smithy that will get this turn, so I'll get the action. If we would find anything of that sort. I'll get rid of the decoction. And see, this card gives you 15. What was here? I might get the cocktail. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to get in the first place. So let's get enchant, and should I get the energy metal? Just because, again, it's written you draw 1 card on it, so hey. There's nothing stopping me getting it.
Don't miss it.
Just I can't get more life or more mana at the end. And yeah, you know what? I'm just skip it for now. Or at all. I'll skip it completely. Because I'd rather dump my money at the end into having more like base mana instead of being able to just use it once. Again, this guy's over what to say? His horns are a little too big for having grown this much. And so we don't need to compensate. We have a healthy diet of stuck and all the other side effects. That's yeah, I believe we have some strong, full of calcium stuff with us, and we'll get rid of him in no time. Although actually this is already the third turn and we haven't even killed him. Sometimes I'm slightly wrong. Never mind though. How did he get the repression? Oh, I think he activated a cartridge that netted him somewhere a card. Let's get. Oh, the problem is lightning link now. Oh, I believe I know why cocktail does give me it back, because it does trigger as a thunderstorm potion. So that might actually be the reason. We have nothing more in deck. Wow. Let's get another cocktail going. And was it 50%? Okay. So get now 4 damage if you. No, it doesn't even want to use it. Okay. Not gonna force you if you don't want to. And this is the last.
Is someone having a party? The cemetery hasn't been this lively in ages.
Aye. Just
The witch
let's get
has been
more
flying around
of
the
this.
cemetery
Why not? We have a bunch of reputation now. Maybe I give. Do I get the new bonus? Do we? Hello. Some reputation. Okay. No, not quite. But ooh, the ghost doll. Okay. So she has. If I can't beat her in the first turn, every damage I do will be reflected to myself. And she has the. Or they have. Whatever they are. They have waterproofing, so they take only half. Let's get this one. Now I can heal. And if I use the potion, I would only use these two, so I'd rather just more so the scrap pocket. So I'd rather keep that for now. Wow, was that 2 cards on stock? No, never mind. Exactly, spiny shell. So now, yeah, you see, I take all of the damage. Ouch. Okay, I probably should have just simply waited around and hope he didn't draw it again. But there's actually enough. Okay, this looks, yeah. That's why I wanted to get that skill to give me 20% life back. Just so also the potions do trigger once more, or help me with regaining some of my life.
Isn't this
Oh, for the black rose now we would actually like to have that metal, just so we can regain the mana. Effects doubled is fine. You know what, I'll keep it around. Just so if I decide later. So the first damaging card.
And suffocate in its sweet
Yes.
scent.
So I can, fortunately I can bait it out just with this, and now get the mana back with possess, and also prophecy into a draw 1. Nice. This is the chain I was talking about. If you can get that type of chain, it's really cool. Spread pocket now does only trigger with one. What's it called? With one chilling potion, so I keep it in hand and use it next time. Now that I think about it, I don't know if spare pocket does trigger all the potion, or in the sense that it is counted as an attack card or not. So I'll just go brewing. Cocktail probably isn't, but I can also do this. No, I was trying to do it fast enough such that. Oh, okay, no. So now I remember. I hated that on a phone version, and but that is intentional. Spare pocket does trigger all your potions in deck, but you have to pay the mana cost for it. So they're not just for free. And yeah, so I really should space out the mana gaining cards between all the other things, and probably actually activate the action cards first, just because I have no way to regain action. But I have loads of ways to re-get the rest, the mana. So again, we have beaten our opponent, but we are in quite a pickle, having only 19 life, and
I repent.
possibly
I
getting
don't want
stuck.
to harm you.
No pun
I
intended
no
with
longer
the
control
potion.
my axe.
Let's draw one more card, and unfortunately we don't. So let's cocktail. Is this enough? No, but he will take a bunch of fire damage with it. Oh, he has bolster. What? Bolster, yes. Damage to dealing, but it just was a little bit bad that he couldn't do any real damage. Let's go. Bunch of potion to him. So again, just like the arrows, they take time to land on your opponent. So I was hoping before this, whenever I used the attack card, that before the first potion would land on my opponent, I could just use the healing and the other thing, the cocktail. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that cocktail because now I have four action, and if I draw both cocktails, you can still activate both, and both are recycled because of the thunderstorm potion. So what was it about you? You can only use the left mode and right modes. Right. Let's do this. Draw some more. Oh, and again I can be cheeky and just while the card is like going off, I can still use the other cards that are for a split second the rightmost or leftmost card. That gets bare pocket, and you see as my mana goes down one by one. Let's go freeze, enchant, cocktail again. Draw one more card. Finally using the effective. You know what? I'll just get Spirit Link just to cure a little bit. We are a bit short on health in the end. But probably next turn this should be, yeah, with only 8 health remaining, this should be fine. Let's get the potion, and there you go. Really cool gimmick actually. That's one I like more than the others. Restore 50% of health you have lost, deal damage equal to half the restored health. That's a good card. That's a really good card actually, but it costs a bit too much for my liking. But it would definitely not be bad against Mystery Man just to have a health refill. You know what? I'll take it. I'll just take it. Get rid of this. What's in here? Cat experiment. Oh, okay. So this guy, this thing is just like getting more lightning rings, just so you can spam those more. But just like the blood bottle, it shuffles through your deck and have not really use once you activate it. But you have to think about it this way: every time you use a lightning link, it's like a draw 2, since it gets you 2 more cards. And if you draw, like, if Lightning Link searches you another Lightning Link, that other Lightning Link is another +2, or +1, I guess. And so you can just chain those up. And fortunately we can even, and this is not even a card that, what's it called? This is not exiled, this keeps being in your deck. So I'll definitely buy this. And now the problem actually becomes finding... I'll take away this. But the problem now becomes... Okay, so after 8 we don't get another...
The ancestors' experiences tell us that we...
The problem now becomes having enough mana to be able to activate all these cards. Oh, and also Whirling now has our third thing to search.
Bad iron, I can make a treasure.
This would be my first, like, what's it called? Thing that I'll actively, smithy that I will actively put money into it, just because. We have 200 coins. But I don't want to get rid of it, just because we'll see it later on. Play with fire again, having another fire potion, and not really losing on any cards with this. But I'll leave it behind, just because we don't have the equipment I was...
By the way,
just
who are allergic to pumpkins and mushrooms
just at the beginning I was talking about that I love so much.
don't miss
So you know what? I'll just leave the cocktail behind. Even though we have like...
Where is my cat?
Never mind, it wants me to take it, eh? Also, Primitive Law isn't bad, but we traded away the extra slot, so for now I will leave that behind. Choose some potion in your hand and get a temporary copy. Gain 6 mana. Sounds okay-ish, not really great though. For each type of status effect on the enemy, deal damage equal to half the sum of the enemy status effect. Okay, so this is kind of what I meant, but it's not the card that I really wanted to. So all these side effects, it just deals damage equal to the side effects. So do I want to get this? Just because I want... That's kind of the idea of this build, but yeah, I mean... feel like our deck is getting way too big with 21 cards. And just like, what? 4 draw cards, 5 draw cards. Oh, well, in a sense, all the lightning links will be able to copy them, or will to bring themselves in. But you know what? No, I'll leave that behind. But we need actually a bunch of mana.
You will
So
find what
maybe I won't be buying anything with this. And I should buy the energy drink, just so we have 25 extra mana. And I think I will, because with 65 we only get probably the last upgrade we will get by this, and that's only worth 3 mana. So yes, let's get this one. Usually I don't really buy the energy drink, because it's only once. We don't need a second lightning potion. This is okay. Exile gain effective, draw 1 card, just like the same as before. Choose a card from 3 random cards. Don't really care about this and don't care about this. So wobble would be fine, since we can still activate it in the same turn as we use all the other cards. But now I am skipping on some of the extra mana that I could get. This point, again, once you fight the boss, this page will just turn into the final like investigation chapter, or investigation page. So I won't be able to look at what's behind that. Bandages. These are 3. Probably behind the bandages are 1 more. You know what? Yes, I do this. So then I can use the bandages if necessary. And we'll be able to skip through. Fortunately, we drew the 3 card. But now we have lightning links, and hopefully we draw lightning links. Yes, we do. We get another one? Yes, we do. Okay, now it's stopped. So now I can just spam all these cards and double concoction. There we go. Again, you really seldomly see me use these cards, or these effects. They are really good though, and there's no reason not to use them, but you know, there's, on the other hand, there's kind of also no reason to. And, ooh, should I just throw all the potions? But then, yeah, that's actually the problem. Once you use spare pockets, like you've used all the potions in your deck. Now, lightning links can only search lightning links and nothing else, really. Should I heal right now? No, I think I can wait next turn to just heal. And as you can see, we have 165 health. That's quite a lot. If we had the equipment dealing 10% damage, this would be 6 damage. Not great, to be honest. Okay, it seems like it looked like more before you do the maths, but you know, it's still not a bad equipment, especially if you really focus on these potions rather than just having them by chance. Yeah, this is the last time I can heal, and so I will. But again, I should be way over our maximum health. This is an okay card. Draw 2 cards, double the effects of spell cards you draw. But now we have 4 action, I believe. It's written? No, it's not written. But I think we have 4 action, and we'll be using 2 cocktails, 1 and 1, if we draw through everything in the same turn. So, worst case scenario, I just keep one of those in hand. Probably like the copied concoction. Can I... Oh, is there a card I really don't want to have in our deck anymore? Not really. I could get rid of one Shadow Potion, but that's kind of not the point, and in that case I'd rather get the Shadow Refine away. I do want to have mana and hopefully getting this chain on. So should I get rid of the cure just for 7 health? At this point, unfortunately, I already clicked on it. So if I click the X right here, then I cannot banish any cards anymore. And as you can see, like this cat experiment costs 65, or gives me 65 coins back if I chose to banish it. But that's not the point. Although actually we could, but nah, that's not. I think, yeah, and also the same thing goes for the card. If I didn't want to have this, I could just banish it right now. Gain 65 coins again, and well, just pass it on. Banishing this just accomplishes nothing since it draws a new card. Yeah. Oh no, wait, they fixed it. They fixed it. Wow. Let's see, there's another spring, so we can... Another spring. Okay, now we have 3 pages remaining, so we can just dump all the money into mana. There we go. I'll keep it here. Should I... if I'm too bad and fail at this again, then I'll probably try some other opponents. But I think it should work just fine. Shall we already activate this? We lose out on the Shadow Refine if I use this. So probably I won't. Let's see what card I draw. Let's see what card I draw. Not great. Then again, I can still use this thing and also draw 2 cards, but I mean, I could, but no, let's not. I hope on the next draw phase I draw the... what's it called? I draw the Whirling, just so I can... Or I draw the Shadow Refine too, that's fine, okay. That's fine too. This is doubled, so great. I will keep the spare pocket in that case. And hope we can chain all the lightning links. We can. Is there... Now at this point, Whirling just doesn't give me 1 potion, but it does give me Cat Experiment to have even more of that thing. Wow, I really can talk about it. Even more Cat Experiment to have even more lightning links, but I believe in that case we would just start have problems with mana, so I'll keep it around. So this time we'll probably win against Mystery Man, but I don't want to have to eat my words later on. What card do we give him? I'd rather keep the mana. Do I give him Whirling? Let's give him Whirling. That's good. In other case I would have to give him that one. So this is great. Let's use all the potion in our deck. And draw card, cocktail again, and pass turn. So now, if he uses 2 more cards, he dies. Or this form dies. There you go. Unfortunately, now that I think about it, we weren't able to find the card that I was talking about. What do I take here? First 3 damage cards played this turn targeted herself. No. Wait. Yeah, herself probably means Red Riding, Little Red Riding Hood. Maximum hand side and card draw decreased by 3 until next turn. No, thank you. Taking 8 poison. That's 8 plus 7 plus 6 and so on. That's yeah, but I don't like the other 2 things, so I will just use that. And also, as you can see, the lightning links just don't care about her immunity because they just run through it. And I should have kept 1 actually, now that I think about it. Let's heal and let's go about it. Go hand. 238. That's okay-ish. Let's see, what do we draw? Do we draw lightning link? We don't. For the armor, I take 15 damage. Arcane Prophecy, another one, leads me to nothing. So this is kinda bad. I draw 2. And I draw another 2. Oh, I guess 4 in the sense. Lightning links. Do we have still? We have 5, so I will use 2 lightning links. And spam out the potions. Heal that a little bit more. Actually, should I go right? No, I believe I can. I should be able to live through 1 more turn. Max hand is 4? Yes, it is. So now she will take a bunch of fire damage just by activating Call Cards. And as you can see, a bunch of these cards are getting negated now. Huh. I think they increased even the percentage, and it's written. Wow, they really upgraded a lot of stuff since last time I played it on the phone version. I don't care about this much action. I only have the cocktail I can use twice. As you can see, your deck just fills up with lightning links. And at this point, I really just want to disrespect her, just as much as possible. So what can I do without killing her? Because I just want to go at maximum damage with that thing. So this is not too strong. 6. This does 5, and this does 5 too. So now I will just could use cocktail. Yeah, you know what? I use cocktail really fast, and then dark poem. I wasn't able to. Okay, never mind. But she has had enough potions to drink now. You see, you know, if you have just a way too strong opponent, just concoct some sort of garbage potion, just throw it at him. Oh, by the way, she's going. The werewolf is giving some death quotes. Whatever. You are KO'd. I don't care anymore. We have finally beaten it. Poor magician got killed in the last moment, but the apothecary comes and rescued, and this is retribution for the death of the magician. So, anyways, when the Hope family faced the dark magic curse, they had two options: remove it, or control it. Once the church was involved, Little Red Riding Hood's mother tried to remove the curse and prevent the church's evil through peaceful means. Unfortunately, she was captured and died in prison. Even though the grandmother was in deep sorrow, she never forgot her desire for revenge. On one night of a full moon, she set out a mission to fight back against the church. However, age was not on her side. She lost control of the creatures, and she was soon infected and engulfed by the dark magic herself. She never told all this to Little Red Riding Hood, because she never wanted to get her grandmother involved. Actually, is this a comma? It just looks like a period. Oh well. Ah yes, the time travel plot, the subplot. Danger still approaching. There's still a glimmer of hope. Time reset. I just find it really cheesy how they went with this time subplot, but hey, it's cool. Gives you a time with the pocket watch we had earlier, or with which we had less progression. And also last time on the phone version the skip point wasn't there, and I just stared at the screen thinking that it would just continue on with I don't know, just text or whatever for like way too long. I was waiting there, but hey, here we can see. So just looking again, taking a look at our deck. Probably you shouldn't build your deck this way. It has lots of cards, but Apothecary is one of the few classes that's really actually good at diversifying your deck, in a sense that you can have many cards for options. And maybe if you had to choose any cards to take away from this deck, it's probably actually the Shadow Potions and Shadow Refine. If you're asking yourself why, because again, I wanted to go for the other build with mostly spamming side effects increases, such that, and also having more spare pockets and cocktails, since they always trigger all these effects. So they get stuck, meaning their cards are potentially negated, getting fire potions, meaning every card they use, they have to take a bunch of damage, and the more burn is stacked on top, the more damage it will inevitably be, but not linearly, but exponentially. Or more, okay, no. Okay, forget about that. Really don't, I haven't graphed it out, but you see, again, when you stack it does more damage than having the things alone. Just like poison usually does the same thing. For example, if you put like 3 poison on your opponent, now just wait 3 turns, so it did 3 damage, then 2, then 1, for a total of 6 damage. And then later on put another 3 poison on your opponent, it does another, and wait another 3 turns, it does another 6 damage for a total of 12 damage. But if you play both cards instantly, giving your opponent 6 poison total, it would go like 6 plus 5 plus 4, that's already more than 12. So like 6 and 5 already 11, and 4, 3, 2 and 1 just gives you pure extra damage. And so fire potion does, or like fire and burn does the same. Also, we have seen an equipment card that in the end I didn't take anymore because I didn't have an equipment slot at my ready. That would do that fire triggers twice. So as you could see, unfortunately side effects stop working after 1 turn, so they disappear. The person gets healed from them. And so if you had that thing, making it triggering twice. So if your opponent had fire potion or 6 burned, they would take 6 damage if they only use 1 card. But now they would take 6 and 4, so for a total of 10. And with only 6 burned, that's not that much, because they probably have enough cards to trigger all of it. But when you put 24 burn on your opponent because you have comboed off so strongly with like at least 2 cocktails. Oh, think about it this way. If you find yourself with 1 spare pocket and 2 cocktails with a thunderstorm potion in your deck, you will have 4 cocktails to activate and a spare pocket, meaning you at least triggered fire potion 5 times at the very minimum. That means 15 burn, and that would have to trigger 7 different times, and your opponent probably has only 3 cards, so you can just stack even more damage. And that's not to say if you have more fire potion that those goes triggered, they will trigger 2 by spare pocket. And also, obviously, having effective makes them stronger, giving you 4, 5, 6 burned instead of only 3. So yeah, and also the same goes for chilled. Since this is like temporary armored for yourself, you can just, and it does calculate the same way as burn does, and it does stack the same way. So fortunately, you don't have to like change up your build. You just put 1 ice potion into this, and now not only do you do a bunch of damage, you also don't take a lot of damage. And well, sticky potion is already great things to add, just because you can potentially negate things. So I just realized at the end that the percentages were written on them. So next time we play the Apothecary, I will go into a little bit more detail and see how much stacking stock is actually worth it. And then again, Lightning Link just tutors out all your potions that you need. All that style. It's really a simple deck in a sense. You have a bunch of draw cards, as always, and the rest is just diversifying damage. So the only card I would have liked to find was that one action card to increase all the side effects by their respective amounts. So beside that, the deck was just fine and fun to play. As you can see, I have way easier time talking about the Apothecary because it's really my favorite class. Maybe the Soul Hunter is fine too. Found it fun to play, and I don't know nothing about the mechanic. Maybe it's gonna be really fun, maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be an obnoxious class. But yeah, we'll see about that when we reach that point. And again, let's look at the history written here. Another Mystery Man play. I really love the backgrounds that shouldn't go in the rainbow. Not really a rainbow, but are cool. Still, little Pet Crow Mischief is gonna be here. Gonna hold on to us. Next time we'll get our revenge with Magician 2. But yeah, guys, it was fun. And so join me next time with another cup of coffee. Hey, it didn't go on hard. Please, I want to show you the normal thing. Also, at one point when we go to hard mode, then we will show you. At some point when the picture gets colored in with, because you collected all the pieces. So guys, join me next time where we'll be playing the werewolf. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really action focused, or action card focused, and passively getting more and more rage. Actually, rage is a special ability for the class. Again, actually, now that I think about it, I didn't even notice it, but you're probably seeing the elephant in the room yourself. This is not Little Red Riding Hood, and with red eyes, it's probably not gonna be a nice guy, but a little carpenter over here is not a bad guy, I believe. Guys, I'll see you next time. Bring some coffee, maybe even some for me. You know what? Bring me even a sponsorship for coffee. Again, I'm gonna say it, just if you say it enough, it's gonna become true at one point or another. So hey, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.